3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Life Design Podcast, and today we're going to take a look at the art of making decisions. Currently I am in the process of making a very important decision in my life. I dropped out of my last study program on the HBO in Breda. It was an international business study and I passed the first year, so I got my propedeutic diploma. And now I'm looking towards the universities and these study programs and which one I'm gonna follow. So I'm reconsidering what I want to learn, what is important for my future, and what I want to focus on in my studies. This was a risk that I took, and I find it very important that I make a good choice now, so I don't regret this risk that I took, and hopefully look back after the study at a good choice that I made in the past. To make sure I don't make any mistakes in this decision process, I researched a bit about the art of making decisions. How can I make sure, and you in the future, if you have this important decision that you want to make, how can you make sure that you decide what's best for you? This might be deciding between taking a job near you that pays you less but keeps you closer to the family, or maybe you're trying to decide about whether to enter a relationship or go on, or maybe which refrigerator you should buy for your house. In these situations, it's easy to be flooded by information, overwhelmed by all conflicting emotions. But at its base, decision making is about problem solving in the dual sense that the decision you are trying to make is a solution to an emotional or a practical problem, and the process itself is a problem solving exercise. The following suggestions might be useful to help you in this process of choosing something, and in my case the process of choosing a new study for the next year. First of all, figure out what's important for you, what's on top of your list. Once you figure this out, everything else is more easily and falls in line. To take it back to something personal, do I find in the process of making a decision about my study, do I find future money earnings important? Do I find doing something good for the world important? Do I relate it back to a nice time in the university? And this could be having friends, having time to party, or maybe doing something that you really have to work hard for. This could create a sense of satisfaction for you, and this could be rewarding for you as a person. The following tip that I found online is sort out your means and ends. So taking a job further from home maybe means to get more experience in your field, or choosing a sociological kind of study could decrease your chances of getting a high salary but could be of great value in the future. It could be the case that you are craving to do a business sort of study for years at the university, and now you have the chance, so this could be the mean for you to make this decision to choose for a business style study program. Of course, there are other means that you could use to make a decision. You have to sort out the should, wants, and your own values. Should versus wants. Shoulds are about rules and expectations that you likely inherit from your parents. They fill up your head and you get the feeling that you have to make this decision because of what other people think of you. And this can cause you to feel guilty if you don't follow them. But shoulds only get you so far. If the wants are getting outside the equation, you may eventually begin to feel regretful or resentful because the life that you are living may be a good one to the people around you, but you feel not at home and begin to regret certain decisions that you made in the past. In addition, consider your values. Unlike your shoulds, values are inherited from those people around you, but instead are your core beliefs about what is important in life, how to best live your life. If your values say that yes, being near my family has always been important to me, feel like this study program suits to me as a person, and you choose for that, then you are running your life the way you want to. So to help you settle these emotions and these values on paper, you might to make a pro and con list. So you list them down, what are your pros, what are your cons, your emotions, and this could really help you in choosing the path you want to take in the future. But there's often another hurdle in the decision making process. You are looking at what's the worst that can happen. You look at the negative side of the things, what could happen. Maybe you get in a depression, or maybe you're just not smart enough or clever enough to do this, and then you wasted a year of your life. To relate this back to the refrigerator example, you might want to buy more expensive refrigerator because you are afraid that if you buy a cheaper one, you're gonna have a negative emotion around it for all those years, and you dislike it and you regret the choice that you made whilst buying this refrigerator. To solve this problem, I recommend that you come up with a plan B. What are you gonna do if things go south? What are you gonna do if you feel like regret the decision you made? Come up with a plan B that helps you in case you're gonna regret the decision that you made in the past. Ask yourself what you wanted represented you, what larger physiological and emotional need it fulfilled. Here you may find yourself thinking that the study program you choose represented and offered an opportunity to break away from your past and become your own person. That might be buying the refrigerator wasn't really about refrigerators, but getting for a change what you wanted rather than always settling for what you got. Once you realize the larger need underlying your decision, you can now begin to find other ways of bringing these larger needs into your life. Decision making is not only about sifting through emotions, but sifting through your needs and fears. Ultimately, decisions are steps towards creating your life the way you want. I hope you can apply this to your life, not only with small decisions, but also with big decisions. Think about it, pros and cons, a plan B, talk with relatives and friends so you don't regret the choice that you made in the past. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening as always. Subscribe, share with your friends, leave some feedback in the comments. And if you liked it, of course, leave a like. See you next week.